Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Synergy. We still have our explorers out wandering the wasteland, and we would like them to come back. We found that lady in the camp here. She's working on like a printing press, but we didn't have any soft fibers to help her out with that. So they're coming back. It doesn't seem like it counted as exploring a new area, probably because I didn't like finish the exploration. But you know, we can go back and give her the fibers once we have the ability to harvest them. We won't be able to research. I assume we won't be able to have like a renewable source of fibers until we can research the arboriculture building here. Which is a little weird because we don't have the ability to get any branches from anywhere just yet. And you need branches to make tools. So it's kind of like putting the cart before the horse, where it's like, how do you get branches if none of our trees will give us branches? We'll just have to find tools somewhere and then research the arboriculture building that way. And then once we can do that, I assume one of the trees will give us branches if we have like the renewable resource action. Now, I'm tempted to go for the smoke cloud because I assume that there might be some people there. But also the strange glow is what got us our first tablet in the tutorial. Are they the same distance away? 3. They are. Let's do the cave. Try to push this along. Sometimes if you get these knocked out, you can get more people, and I would like to have more people working around the village here. We're like short on pickers. I think we're running 2 pickers in every picker's cabin that we have here. Yep. So it'd be nice to have, you know, one more in each of those. It'd be nice to get more people in the research centers as well. Because we're working on Cultural Square, we're working on Market Square. This one's almost done, relatively. I think they've been working on that for like 30 to 40 days. Having another kitchen person would be good, because we're starting to run into... well, like, we're at equilibrium with regards to our cooked meals. Our basic foodstuffs are doing pretty well, so we could think about dialing back the picker's cabin a little bit, but... we'll see. Once we get our access to branches, it'd be nice to have the forge running. There's just a lot we could do with more people in the village. And that's usually the case in survival games. Although sometimes you're like, please don't send me any more people. I cannot keep them alive. Thankfully, we don't have that problem right now. The infirmary is an option. I don't think anybody's gotten sick yet, but you don't want to wait until you do need it. Maybe we put it like... you don't want it to be too far away, because we're going to put our market square like over here. Reach destination. Fantastic. You don't want to put it too far away because you want it still in the radius of influence of the market square. The explorers discover a dozen small courtyards made of stone. Okay, this is very different than what we saw before. At the center of these courtyards, there are 2 symmetrical cylinders lying diagonally. When one of the explorers triggers a slab in one of the courtyards, the left cylinder starts hissing steam up towards the sky. While the right cylinder projects some light onto the steam, water droplets are used as a screen for a projected image showing a rampart in ruins overlooked by massive towers. Wow. We don't have advanced harvest methods, so we cannot condense the steam. Try to draw some water. The water comes up in amounts too small to be collected before it evaporates. Not only has the projector broken down, but the explorers can't get anything out of it. Aw, man. I thought I'd be able to do both. Oh well. I guess I should have analyzed the images first. And then we could have tried to condense the steam. Alright, live and learn. Don't do what I did, team. Do something else. I wonder. I was gonna say, could we put the infirmary in the middle and we could like service all of the houses? But if you have it far enough this way to service these houses, it'll basically our houses are too far apart that we can't cover all of them. In fact, we miss like half of them if we even split the difference. So maybe we'll just do it like... we could just put it like here. And then there's just like some weird positions in the middle that it'll take up. This tree is also kind of in the way. Might have to get rid of this tree for the square to fit appropriately. I think we'll just throw the infirmary somewhere. Maybe just like here. Extend the road. Like this way. Man, we have 4 pickers' cabins. We're crazy with the pickings. Still, oh, is a new area not? You know what? I bet the new area is actually these places. Yeah, forest area, lake shores. That makes a lot more sense. Then, I guess in that case, where would we want people to go? Lonely places that can be monotonous at times, but if you're prepared to stray off the beaten path, you might find something unexpected among the dunes. Lush organic life that you can rarely find anywhere else. Beware, though, these dense wooded lands have developed without consideration for human beings. I think we'd want to go to the forest, because we're already, like, in a desert. Yeah. Lake shores is also interesting, but I think we will look at forest area with our exploration team once they get back. Here they are. Send the expedition. My bad for not understanding what explore new area meant. Alright, how's this going? Need 20 rocks. I think we have 20 rocks. We have 60 rocks. How many rocks do you get from one of these? Let's pay attention. Can I tell what you're carrying once you've finished rocking? Othen and Clemotaph. What a name. You get 1 rock from that. All right. We'll be here for a long time. We should probably queue up. So these rocky emanations slowly make rocky amalgams. I think we should always be ripping out the rocky amalgam as it appears. It takes a long time to grow back, but I don't think there's any other way to harvest rocky amalgam. So maybe what we want to do is just, like, knock it down to 1 person and let the other person go harvest all these rocky amalgams, and then the other person can just, like, wander around and manufacture stuff. Yeah, the reason we don't have a lot of free people is I keep sending them out with the explorer's hut, but that's a good thing. Exploring all the areas is a solid thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 12 houses, which means we have space for 48 people. So we have twice the houses compared to the... oh, it's right there. Duh. Neat. Expedition has reached its destination again. Although any grassy areas are mostly rare and small, the explorers are lucky enough to discover an entire space with lush vegetation. Now, these plants aren't pretty unless you consider endurance to be beautiful. They don't require much water to flourish, and their fibers are sturdy and durable. Of course, damaging this natural grove is out of the question, but our explorers would be wrong not to collect a few samples from the surrounding plants. Prune the plants above ground, dig on the site. Your citizens will stay an extra 10 days before you learn the event's outcome. This also implies they will return 10 days later. Let's prune the plants. Yes! Tools achieved! Numerous branches have fallen without anyone to collect them. The explorers take them. Sick! Neat! And now we've uncovered a stream, a glade, a grove, and a cave. Each of those walk into a bar, and something happens. We still haven't found a tablet yet, so we'll have to keep exploring to look for that. Wonder where a tablet would be, because we went to the rock, the glow, which I thought would have been the cave. This is an actual cave, though. So maybe that's the cave we should go to find the vortex that gave us a tablet last time? These are the questions. Almost done with tech research. 0 days remain. We've done it. All right, we unlocked the market square over here. What is connected to that? Textiles? Oh, soft fibers can be extracted from local plants to be used to make protective gear, and their pulp can be used for paper scroll production. We should build a weaver's workshop for this purpose. Oh, interesting. So it takes the soft fibers and makes them into some other stuff? That seems to be the case. We got woodworking, which can produce materials from other materials. Takes tools. We don't want to use our tools for anything other than the arborists or the arboriculture research to unlock the arborists workshop. So let's go ahead and do that right away before I forget that my tools are needed for that. Did we spend our tools? Oh wait, excuse me. Has this always been bark? Did they change this on me? I swear to God, this was 10 tools. Am I crazy? Please don't answer that question. I swear to God, that was tools at one point. I might have mixed that up with something else though. Because there is a lot of research that takes 10 tools, like you can see with the advanced harvest methods and whatnot. They might have changed that on me. They are, I mean, it's still early access, so things have changed, and I am notoriously bad at remembering what things were at one point. That's fine. I mean, honestly, it's a nice change because, like, if it was tools before, which it may not have been, but if it was, like, you could see how that would be annoying, where you're like, well, now I don't know how to make tools to research tool making because because I can't get any branches to make tools. But it very well could have been bark before, and for some reason I just had like a heat stroke and was like, yeah, I need tools to make this work. I have 3 citizens. Okay, let's assign both or 2 of the citizens over here. We are now in the dry season. Only one dry season to get through, though. It's going to slow down our water production and then slow down our food production. What does this mean? Too hot. How do you cool down a house? May get heat stroke if they eat in a building in a group of 55 degrees or more. How come these ones aren't? What affects your temperature? I have no idea. They've returned. Fantastic news. These are also too hot. But these ones aren't. Oh, do you think it's because they're in the I bet it's because they're in the shade of the tree. Is there a way that I could lower the heat of certain citizens with like a decoration? Flora? Probably not based on anything I currently have. I wonder if we look at like tech. Sun awning. Maybe something like that would help out. So once we finish the market or the other square research, we should research that other segment. All right, so market square. You should probably go just like right in the middle. Yeah, we're gonna have to rip out this tree. It's like right where I want to put my stuff. We could put it like centralized and build around it. I do kind of like that. It depends on how far the region of influence goes around it, you know? Let's rip out this tree. Did you guys come back? I think you did, and then I, like, had a brain fart. Definitely did, because I think I put them to work in the research center. Meanwhile, these 2 people are building this house. Or the infirmary, I should say. Honestly, that's a good thing. Now that we're in the dry season and we have houses that people could get heat stroke in. Thankfully, we have enough houses that I think people have moved out of the hot houses. They're like, hey, there's a house down the street that that's within the range of a tree. They're like, you don't say, I'm moving in. That's actually kind of interesting. It really gives, you know, importance to trees. So you don't want to rip them out willy-nilly. And you might want to like build around trees more so than other buildings maybe. Because it doesn't seem like there's a ton of ways to reduce heat, at least not in the early stages. So let me get over here and rip out this tree so I can put down my square. Ah, heat exhaustion. It takes cooling balm, which we have some of, I think. But I don't have any way to make more of, so we should be careful with our people. Somebody tear down this tree already. Hello? I don't want to put anybody to work in the infirmary until they rip out this tree. I'm gonna steal that person, and then once this tree is gone, I'm immediately sending them out to explore again, because I would love to get this knocked out today. This guy's harvesting rocky amalgam. Good for him. Vastu. The one negative of having our pickers cabins as far out as they are is it really slows them down as far as like having to travel for work. Now that this guy's up and running though, we did talk about oh, that's right. So you can only do trimming or picking, and we're trimming the rocks over here, which gives us cinder sprout, what are these? Ashy kernels. If we wanted to do picking, we'd have to stop picking the rocks. If you pick the rocks, you get mushroom, but I'd rather not have mushroom. I want to have rocks. because I don't have anything to do with mushrooms right now. Oh, we finished research. Not of that one. Here we go. We got our other square, which is great. And then you guys can start working on the table. And that research is free, so no tools spent or any other kind of resources. So this guy is I plan to put it like right in the middle. As close to the middle as you can. We have like this big hunk of rock in the middle. And I'm kind of thinking maybe like right here is a good place for it. Trying to eyeball like the two sides. Because what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extra line. So if we go 2 up, and then like here is as close to the middle as we can get. So we need to rip out the gourd. These 2 gourds, unfortunately. Although we're not harvesting them anyway. So rip out these 3 objects, and then we can slap down our market square. Oh, yes! Or our culture square, I should say. And then the market square can go over here. This guy, once again, it cannot be centralized, unfortunately. But I think we'll just put it there. And that should be fine. How many? You need 40 rocks. Well, we've been getting a lot of rocks. Arboriculture's done too. Research is coming in fast and furious now. Wonderful. What are you? Remedy production. That could be good. We got that one out. Well is interesting because it just produces water. And we do have access to some wells around town. Terracotta roads I'm not really interested in. There's nothing else we can research from an exploration standpoint. Desert melodies. Oh, it's a music workshop. That's kind of cool. Oh, we don't have any instruments, though. All right. I think we're gonna... Sewing? Oh. Oh, that's a cultural thing, though. You got to be careful between the 2 types of things. Yeah, let's go ahead and research remedy production. It's going to take 10 tools, but we should be able to make tools now that we have access to the arborist's workshop. Once these guys get over here and harvest this plant, we'll put it right here. So that's, try to remember, Ben, that it's right in line with the very tip of the road once these two plants are gone. Now, we have access to the arborist's workshop. I'm kind of thinking right here would make sense between all of those trees, or we could put it over here amongst these other trees, plus some of these straw trees? Which tree do you think is better? The hat tree? The hatted tree? Or the bunch tree? I'm kind of thinking the hatted tree is the one that gives us branches. I don't see where branches would come out of the bunch tree. It's just a big curlicue. So let's go ahead and slap this guy down. Where's this road gonna go? It's gonna run right there. Oh, yeah, right there, in the middle of all the trees. And then extend the road, thusly. We got a lot of construction going on all of a sudden. So maybe we won't be getting another tablet today. Other tasks, transportation only. Some transportation requests are never performed. I wonder why. The market square is underway, though, which would be great. And then the cultural square we can queue up as well, now that we've opened the space for that. Squares are underway. Food's doing fine. Water's still doing fine. How far through the cycle are we? Almost halfway, so that's pretty good. Speed up time a little bit. I think I should kick people off of remedy production. How many spare people do we have now? Like, if I wanted to go to this unexplored cave, we have one person. It's because everybody else is not farming, constructing, I would think. Yeah, because we got 2 people here, 2 people here, and then they're going to get sucked into manufacturing this guy as well. We already actually have 1 person heading there. That's probably the person I just kicked out of the research center. He's like, I used to be a scientist, and now I'm a construction worker. Honestly, construction working in the apocalypse, probably an incredibly important job. Market Square! Hell yeah. Alright, hold on. Scientific District? Oh, they do overlap a little bit. But once this one is constructed, it'll actually kick the radius in a little bit, and I think it'll take that one. I hope. Alright, what we could do... So, Scientific District is how we have this set up. So, this makes total sense to me. So, experimental laboratory, weather station. We have 1 out of the infirmaries, but if we get our pharmaceutical manufacturing going, we'll put that over here too, and that'll boost this zone as well. We got sand factory, well, I don't see any water. I know there's a water hole over here, but doesn't look like we could put a well in there. Cooling machine, mineral, we don't have any of those buildings. You know what I should have done? I should have put this right here, because the whole reason we built this is where we did was to get as many of these petrified giants in there as possible. So that is a blunder. In chess terms, I made a blunder. I should definitely put this over here. It doesn't quite match up with our roads, but that's fine. Sorry to keep you... They're like, we just finished building this building. Are you crazy? And I'm like, yes, get back to work. Poor people. They're like, how could you do this to us? This one's going to be constructed as well. I got to keep them on their toes, right? Table is being done. All done with table. Good, good, good. We do want to research the canteen. Ah, we don't have any tools for that, though. or soft fibers, or more tools. The canteen is necessary for the cultural square, so that's a little rough. Well, are there any things we could research that don't require tools? We might be hitting like the limit of what we can do without tools. All these take tools. Even more tools. In that case, though, maybe the point is we take our people out of the research building for now until we do get access to tools. Work of art. Yeah, because if we don't have tools, then we can't research anything. Okay, you guys are off the hook. Except you were probably going to immediately be sent out into the wasteland, so I don't know. Or we'll put you to... You know what? We'll probably put them to work in the arborist shop first, so we can actually get tools being made. Tool production underway. I'll hide that thing. Okay, they already moved it. Good for them. All right, workshop is done. Picking and pruning. Have we learned? We haven't yet. Okay, so put one of those people you kicked out of the research building into surface analysis, and come surface analyze all of the trees now. Take a look at any of the other plants on the off chance that like pruning exists for them. I'm not sure it would, but it might. How about this? Oh, and the tree. I mean, it is a tree. I guess that makes total sense. It just doesn't really look like a tree. It's so small. Can't prune a cinder sprout. Can't prune a petrified giant. I'm going to be much happier with this market square where it is right now, because it'll get way more of the petrified giants in its sphere of influence, and that'll make its rating better in general. This guy's still being made. Oh, I paused the game. My bad. Yeah, we can't prune anything. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know they could pick. You learn something new every day. But it totally makes sense that they could pick because it's part of some of the trees. There we go. So, we have it set as a historical district right now, which is interesting. Plus 2 positions in cultural buildings. Not really what we care about. I would much rather shift it over to being a social district. But it doesn't actually work that way. Basically, the only benefit of it setting up like this with the Hall of Wisdom is being able to put even more researchers in there, but we're not researching anything anyway, so it's kind of a wash. So I think what we do want to do is get access to tools as soon as we can. And then we want to research the canteen so we can shift this guy over to being the whatever this is called, the social district, rather than the historical district. Spherical Forum, Library, Scent Garden, Music Workshop, Art Gallery, City Banners. We don't have access to any of these buildings. The Embassy, I've never even heard of that before. Small Fountain, Long Fountain. Various trees. Oh, it doesn't count the straw tree. I thought it would, but apparently not. That's okay. You guys working? Currently working. I want branches. Can I tell them to trim stuff without knowing what, or prune stuff without knowing what it does? I guess I can. Do I want to prune my fruit trees? Probably not. Market square is done again. You know what? Prune all of these. We're not using them for anything else, so you might as well. All right, Market Square, set to Scientific District, makes total sense. This district is great. And now it's got 17 out of 20 instead. I think it was like 6 before. So that's great. That's awesome. Do we have any spare people? We do. 5 available citizens. All right. Based on that, let's send people out. Try one more time to try and get a tablet. Send them to the smoke cloud. And we'll, that'll be the last thing we do this episode. So next episode is going to be focusing on trying to get a lot of our squares more improved. Ha! Oh, wait a minute. This is the straw tree. It's the straw tree pruning gives you branches. Good to know that we actually do have access to it. It's a little unfortunate that we'd be competing with our food production. But I'm okay with that. We just have to share, essentially. I'm really hoping the hatted tree pruning gives us branches. I would love that. It also, I could see, since it's kind of like a truffula tree from the Lorax, I could see us getting soft fibers from it. But that's also what this guy does. I have to imagine the pruning action gives you soft fibers. Oh, did I not queue up the surface analysis of this guy? I must not have. Oops. Can I make you... Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. So pruning gives you bark. Okay. Well, we might not be getting branches from the hatted tree after all. Expedition has reached the... Oh my god, it's called a waking nightmare? What? The explorers approach a huge tree they spotted from the hills. They hope to collect some bark, branches, and fruit. However, when they arrive at the grove around the tree, they feel a persistent gas fill their lungs. Oh no! However... they find themselves feeling confused and start thinking they can see giants with legs projecting sharp shadows among the trees. Many flee the danger, quote unquote, and soon enough the party's objective is all but forgotten. Flee! Take some purifying remedies. I mean, we got them. Let's take the remedies. Luckily, our purifying remedies neutralize the effect of any substance external to the human body. However, they make the patients vomit their hearts out. Despite feeling unwell, the explorers have to carry on their mission. Continue. Oh, seeds, cereals, and thorns. Still no tablets. One of these days, we're going to get a tablet, and then you'll all be sorry. Still waiting on tools for the... Oh wait, that was for cultural research. I don't know if we have any technological research that we can do without tools either, to be honest. The caves located near the city could easily collapse and are too risky to accommodate extraction workers. We should be able to install some supporting infrastructure to make use of the caves. Oh, it takes protective gear to research. What about anything else? How about you? Nope, you're the music workshop. I remember that now. The spherical forum. What if it was a cube? A cubic forum. How about that? Why can't I research you? Oh, you have to have a higher cultural level to research this. Plus, we don't... That's not a technological research. Okay, interesting. Well, we should probably pull our people out of this building as well while we're waiting on tool production to get up and running. So, let's do that and then check the tree. The orange tree gives us thorns. I'm not sure what those are used for yet. All right, let's pause the episode there. If you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more Synergy or the other videos going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.